Okay. Sorry about that. Righty. Let's try to get this to work on my, For some reason I can't get a link to this on my Discord. This is like the strangest thing ever. Also, this is pulled down, it's just a bit too much. There we go. So. Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to this sit, chat, and relax type deal. Today I have my drink next to me, my Arnold Palmer iced tea that I always drink. I literally am addicted to that stuff. And I have cute little rhinos, which are in the process of being painted right now. And we're almost done with my Khorne army, which I'm really happy with. So I am building a Khorne demon army. It is one of two chaos factions that I have. I don't think the other one. The other one is Slaanesh. I don't really play them. I just collect them mostly. Mostly because it's just kind of interesting and I really like the aesthetics of the army, but I'm not so sold on their playstyle. The Khorne demon faction seems... to put it bluntly, they seem terrible. Like, I think the best term that I could use for them, it seems like god-awful. Yeah, they just... I don't really see a list that makes them too great. So, let's see what chat's saying. Hey, Queen, I'm working on a Khorne demon army based off of the idea that they're all turned into statues. Petrification is actually a Slaanesh thing, just so you know. It's actually in the in one of the Demon World books. They have an entire field of petrified people who are experiencing their greatest excess of their life, and thus they're frozen in that moment forever. But that's a Slaanesh thing. I just think it's kind of cool. So they're overgrown, covered in moss, and chipped with glowing red eyes. You know, I still like the idea. You could do like a whole gargoyle thing. I like that. Hey, Queen, have you seen Exodite? The Exodite might be the new Astartes. I have seen it. I actually watched it in my Discord a few months ago or weeks ago when it came out. But yeah. What's the news on the Orc Codex? There really isn't any. We don't know when or if it's coming out anytime soon. I know that the next Codex did get announced, and that is the Death Guard. Death Guard got their Codex. So they're probably going to be pretty bad. I feel so bad for Death Guard players. What would be a good crossover with the Warhammer series? Good crossover with the Warhammer series. Halo definitely could do it. Dead Space would be amazing. It would fit right into the theme. Yeah, that's about it. How long do you think 9th edition will last? About 4 years. Which I think 8th edition lasted 3 years. Yeah. I literally just got off of work and came back, so I'm just chilling, relaxing, and I thought that I would sit, relax, and chill with you guys, because that's kind of fun to me. But yeah, happy rhino noises. They have demons and inquisitions and Grey Wardens, etc. Maybe the Dragon Age series, but that would be like just a single planet. Very interesting to see the Codex-specific secondaries and Crusader rules. I'm interested to see what Crusader is going to bring to the actual armies. Yeah. Let's see. So, working on my sisters, but what is your opinion on why canonesses cannot be equipped with jump packs? I don't know. I really don't know why canonesses don't have jump packs. It kind of bugs me a little bit. Have you seen the news recently? No, but thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. Is there something that I should know? Let me actually go like this really quickly. Look, there's all of you. And there's all the tabs that I have open currently. Let's actually close some of these out real quick. Was there something on the Warhammer community that I should know? Here, let's just all of these. Uh-oh, my computer's lagging like crazy. It doesn't like this. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna sit here, and I will go to it real quick. Is there something I should know about in the Warhammer community? That's the only news that I care about currently, is the Warhammer community news. Battlezone Pariah is announced so far, which looks kind of interesting. So I'm taking a look at that real quick. Oh, they have a Crusade book strictly for Beyond the Veil, which is really interesting. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see, probably the RGB book. I don't know what that is. Let's not bring up politics. Wait, is there something political that happened? If it involves Donald Trump, it's just him having a stupid contest with himself, and he's always constantly one-upping himself. It's amazing. It would be amazing if it wasn't terrifying. Let's see. Power swords give a +1 strength, so Seraphim and Crusaders get a perk. If you're bringing Crusaders, you have a bad list. They're kind of terrible. But it is kind of cool to see Power Swords, a 4 to 5 point upgrade, give a +1 to attack, +1 to strength, which is really interesting. So we can have strength 4, strength 5 sisters. I'm hoping the Repentia Chainsword gets +1 strength, so it actually goes up to strength 8 again. Yeah, good on you, Alexis. Warhammer 40k is the only good news, right? That's the only news that I care about right now. That, game development, and like a few other things that I actually care about. Well, they are banning TikTok. Whatever. I honestly don't care. I feel bad, but YouTube's a platform. Let's see. I feel bad that they're banning TikTok because that sucks. I really like TikTok. I haven't signed up for it because, well, I just haven't. But I really like watching the videos. Hey Queen, is there an equivalent to Sisters of Battle Terminator armor? Something super heavy with large weapons. Sisters of Battle can take Terminator armor. In fact, in the book Will of Iron, we see an Inquisitor taking, what is that? Aegis Terminator armor, which is the Grey Knight equivalent. So, yeah. And thoughts on Gilliman and your Vrain shipping? I mean, if you're going to ship them, you're going to have to wrap them up in bubble wrap. Probably stuff the legs so that, you're not breaking their legs or anything. For your Vrain, I would actually not glue the headpiece on and tape that to a piece of bubble wrap and wrap it shut. So yeah, if you have to ship them, that's how I would ship them. Otherwise, I do love them in story. I think they're really cute together. I really think that they should be a thing. Just saying. Are you sunburnt? No? Am I? No, I think it's a red glare off of the light up here, which is weird. I'm just really pale. Okay. Let's see. She has beautiful freckles. I have freckles all over my body. Like, most prevalent is right here. I cover up the ones on my face because I hate them. My Ravenwing cleaned house at 2019 Adepticon. Nice. 2020 Adepticon, Nurgle won every single game forever because it was canceled. Let's see. Do you wish you had the emotional modulators of the Astartes sense of fear? No, not really. I like having all of my senses. Would Mortifies fall under heavy armored units? Technically, yes. They're like the equivalent of a Dreadnought or a Sentinel. So medium armor. Let's see. I just got book 9 of the Heresy. I'm surprised Luther is not in it. Yeah. He's in the later books. Let's see. What Primarchs do you want to model of the most? I really want the Lions model that just came out. I don't have the money to buy it just yet. I ridiculously want it. But I would love a Fulgrim model for 40k, because the Fulgrim model for 30k kind of sucks. Any novels after suggestions after Dark Imperium series? Celestine, Faith and Fire, Requiem Inferno, and what's the new ones? Those are the 3 most recent ones that I picked up. Those are all pretty good. Oh, Cadian Honors is also really good. Talks about PTSD, which is super important. Let's see. Sunlight is very important for your health. I disagree. I love being pale. Ironically enough, though, I do spend a lot of time outdoors. It's usually 115 here for all summer. I spent a good chunk outside. I don't tan or anything. I just explode. So yeah. Was it one of the Horus Heresy Space Wolf books that confirmed Russ had a child? I don't think it confirmed Russ had a child. I know that he said he's treated people as his children. So I don't know if it said that he physically had a child, but I could be wrong. I would have to check that out. What is your current feelings on Demon Primarchs? I think they're icky, gross, and half of them are stupid. The only good one is Fulgrim. That's pretty much the only one I actually care about. Because Angron is just... I can never feel bad for Angron because he's just too much of an idiot. Magnus is too full of himself, and he assumes that he knows everything, and it's really dumb. Mortarion is a loser, and Fulgrim is the only one that's actually had canonical success. So, well, Magnus has too with the War of the Fang. But, yeah. Released a study showing that people with low vitamin D have a 54% greater chance of catching COVID. Well, that sucks. I hope everybody is doing everything to keep safe and keep healthy. Remember to stay 6 feet away from people, otherwise you're technically in their engagement range, and you must do melee combat, and I would cry. Myself, I prefer ranged combat, but that's just me. Wear your masks, wash your hands, stay safe. It's pretty easy. Like, this is simple stuff. Come on. It's not hard. Let's see. Thoughts on 2-wound Firstborn Marines? They're amazing. Tactical Marines are still garbage, but Vanguard Veterans just skyrocketed. Death Company is going to be incredible. Assault Marines are going to be good, but other than that, the regular attack Marines I wouldn't bother bringing. How much does it cost? I don't know what you're referring. Damn, that's hot. Yes, I am. 115 degrees. Hey, I finally caught a live stream. Well, welcome. Hello. Perturabo. I assume that's asking about what I think about him. Perturabo is like the better version of Rogel Dorn. At least he's not as stupid. He realizes when he's lost and he's willing to accept failure, but then punish his Marines for failing, even though it ultimately falls on him, and he won't take... his pride is too great. Overall, Perturabo is kind of just a pestilent child, but I do like him. If you could pick any one Loyalist Primarch Legion to swap places with a Traitor Primarch or Legion, which would you choose, and which Chaos God would you Loyalist for? Okay. Let's see, which one would I switch? I would actually switch the White Scars to going Traitor with the Emperor's Children and falling to Slaanesh. That would be my switch. Do you think a mixed army of Firstborn and Primaris should be allowed? Of course, they're in the same codex. Have the same chapter keywords and everything. They're really good complements to each other. Um, will Clone Grim ever come back? I don't know. They kind of just left that off on a tangent and then never returned to it. Currently, he's with Trazine. That's all we know. But with Trazine's vault being destroyed... Actually, it was after his vault was destroyed. Who would you like to see come back? Which Loyalist Primarch? Yagatayan would be pretty cool. I really like him. Lion, of course, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he might be back in 40k eventually. So I never put him on my list. That's about it. That's about it. Alright, what are you trying to buy, Norn? What am I trying to buy? I'm trying to pay my bills and pay off my car. I still owe about, I think, $1,200 on my car. I would love to pay that off. Aside from that, I'm trying to buy some more airplanes for Aeronautica so I can complete the entire collection. But yeah. Any sci-fi troops or niches you like or want to see more in a creative community? I really like Starship Troopers, though I don't like the whole fascist aesthetic. I wish sci-fi would stop doing that. It's kind of embarrassing on the series. 40k does it, Starship Troopers does it, Star Trek does it, Star Wars does it. And it's really, really, really annoying. Like, it's a really bad trope of sci-fi. I do like cyberpunk aesthetics, and that's why I'm actually leaning more towards Necromunda right now. I'm really liking it. But I don't know. I think as a niche, I would like to see more of like a historic presidents in or presence. There we go. Big brain words. In 40k that isn't World War II, World War I. I'd like to see like the Zulu warriors or actual like Aztecs would be really cool if they brought back the Rainbow Warriors. I would like to see something cool like that, I guess. Love the Genestealer pillows. I know, aren't they great? That's Snuggle Pillow 1 and that's Snuggle Pillow 2. I sleep with these things next to me every night. How long before an army of Marines becomes GWs refuse to update Xenos modules? Does nobody like pay attention? The Xenos just got updated a bunch. Like, the Orks got an update, Banshees got an update, the Drukhari got an update. Granted, it was only 1 or 2 units, but the Necrons got an entire army. A lot of people just miss that. Thoughts on power creep in 40k units stats? A lot of people love to say power creep is a really big thing, but they fail to see the actual statistics behind it. Yes, Space Marines got tougher, stronger, and better, but their points went up so high that you could barely field more than like 40 models in an army with an effective army. So it's not something that's... Like, Nidzilla walks all over Space Marines right now. Genestealer spam walks all over Space Marines right now. I can build an army from anything aside from demons that could just walk on Space Marines with no problems. In fact, I can build a Slanesh Zinchilist that can destroy Space Marines really quickly. But a lot of people love to bring up, oh, power creep, this codex is more powerful than the rest, and it's just like, you're wrong. But there are some power creeps. Like, there is some obvious power creeping in 40k, but a lot of people blow it out of proportion. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on everything just to make sure I get everybody, because I really want to get everybody. Just discovered this channel from the Magnus Happy Birthday video. That was years ago. Thank you for the tank logistics video. No problem. We're going to do another one this weekend. We're filming for the Chimera. What story in 40k would you like to see made into a high production game? Production game? I guess Nathaniel Garrow's story? That would be kind of cool. Would Warhammer be a good hobby for a 12-year-old? Yes, it would. It's extremely expensive, would keep them away from any types of miscellaneous activities that might be bad. You'd be surrounded by nerds. It's a statistics game, and it's heavily based on math and strategy. So there you go. The Rainbow Warriors still exist, right? Yes, they do. Starship Troopers novel is a little different, but I do agree with you there. I don't see it as that different. It's a very, very fascist setting. Like, that's kind of their whole point, is that they're a joke on fascism. Same with 40K, by the way. It's not an actual, like, oh, this is fascism. It's actually more of a, fascism is bad. Everybody's a bad guy. You know, that's what they're going for with 40K. That's why I never take the lore too seriously. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the lore. But it's very clearly a kind of made up as they go kind of thing. Let's see. Okay, we're caught up. Lexis got into 40K through TTS, I'm sorry, and have been going down the rabbit hole, though don't spend money on models, well, you should. Out of curiosity, have a favorite guardsman regiment and why? The Valhallans, and why is because of the Caiaphas Cain novels. I would heavily suggest that you read the Caiaphas Cain novels, and read some actual lore, and don't believe TTS, they kind of suck. Favorite Space Marine chapter, Dark Angels. You need 4 of the Armed Emperor. Okay, I think you're just trying to say for the 4-armed Emperor. There we go. What music do you like? Oh, my music taste is all over the place. So my favorite type of music is metal. But I also like pop, techno, rap, heavy metal, oh god, I even like sea shanties and Celtic music. My taste in music is everywhere. The only thing I don't like is country, because country is garbage and reminds me of boomers, and I hate boomers. Anyway. What music do you like? Also, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Also, were you an emo punk kid? I'm an emo punk right now. Shoosh your face. Actually, it's more goth punk, because that's pretty much my aesthetic. It's always knee-high boots, black outfits, if you ever noticed. All my makeup is dark, aside from my lips, which are usually red. Today I didn't wear any makeup, any lipstick, any makeup. I'm coated in makeup. Any lipstick, because, yeah. Let's see. Where do you keep all of your finished models? Okay, let's take an explore, shall we? I'm going to pull off my headphones because I actually don't need them because none of my moderators is showing up, which is kind of what. But anyway, let me show you. So under my bed, actually it's over here. One second. So this is one tote of models. You can see my Grey Knights, my Demons, my Tyranids, my Sisters of Silence, and a whole bunch of other things in here, okay? All right. This is absolutely full, like 100%. What? Okay, that was a bad idea. But this is completely full with solid models and everything, and usually I don't tip it. That was dumb of me. I'll fix that later. This is a 7-inch to 8-inch high tote that I use. And then I have another one. Okay. And this one, I don't know if you guys can hear me fully, so I really hope you can. This one has my Avenger Strike Fighters in it, some of my Tyranid flyers in it, my Loyal 32 are in here, my Chaos Dreadnoughts are in here, my other aircrafts are in here. So that's another one. Then I have this army case. That's a Crusade case for my Sisters of Battle. Then I have another Crusade, well, this one isn't a Crusade case, another case. Then I have another case. Then I have that entire shelf filled. Okay. Then I have if I actually move the camera, I could show you that I have armies up top on a bookshelf, covering another bookshelf, and I even have miniatures on my desk. So I have a ton of miniatures. In fact, that's going to be my new background because that's what we're doing. Okay? But that's where I keep finished models. Okay, all right, let's see. Let's try to scroll back. I gotta move my headphones really quickly. And let's just put them right here for now. That is not gonna hold them. They're going on the floor for now. Whoopsie daisy, my bad. Okay. Which Xeno Codex do you think we should get next? I want them with a big update, so like, I don't know. Probably Eldar. I want some plastic Eldar, but I want to wait a little bit so that there's more models coming out. Hey Queen, if you could pick any current existing chapter, blah, 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 blah. For the sake of continuous story, which chapter would they fight? That's a whole video in itself. I like the Dark Angels better when they were black versus green. I like them green. I like them both because they just look good. How do you feel about the word bearers lore-wise? I think they're idiots. They're deluded madmen, but overall I think they're absolutely necessary for the setting. So there's that. Death Guard is best because they can spam heavy weapons support squads with 30 autocannons aimed at Marines. Can be troops. Primarchs don't matter. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. I thought Starship Troopers only got a fascist element from the movies. No, it was actually just it's literally a joke setting. Like, a lot of people miss that. It's an entire joke on fascism. It's a warlike culture that can't work. Okay. Let's see. I have to look into the Valhallans and Caiaphas Cain novels. I've heard that they're a good read. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, no problem. I really enjoy them. I think that they are fantastic. Howdy, Alexis. Hello. If you were to write a Warhammer movie or TV series, who do you have in mind in any of the lead roles? I don't know actors' names. So I have no idea. Jason Statham as like Horus would be pretty cool though. Just saying. He has I like him. He's cute. Let's see. Queen, what's the most expensive model that you have? Mine is the 30K Macedon. Oh, I'll go get it. His arms are off currently, but I will get him. I cannot get him. The damn cat broke him too much, but my most expensive model in my collection is my Reaver Titan. I really have to drill out his legs and put them together, but yeah, he is kind of a mess right now. What do you think about Microsoft Word? I don't know. They're cool. Let's see. Thoughts on people who play meme armies, Angry Marines, for example. I've actually never ran into anybody that plays a meme-based army. Aside from my one buddy who played Deathcore Krieg and really loved the Deathcore Krieg memes. But aside from that, like, I never really ran into that. Most of the time, those kinds of people, they tend to build meme armies, and then you beat them a few times, and then they actually start playing a good army. But yeah. If they're going to. I probably won't play them, but yeah. Queen, Carnifexes with wings. I don't know if that's true yet. That's the thing that's bugging me. Wow, why is my hair so, like, bad right now? Just will not stay. Let's see. Your thoughts on the Eisenhorn TV show? It might be good. It might. I know Warhammer fans are going to hate it because Warhammer fans hate everything. What are some themes you'd like to see more in sci-fi in general? Non-magic druids. That would be kind of cool, like an actual Gaelic culture that isn't just, oh, look at the druids doing magic, but ones that are based on historical facts about druids. That would be kind of cool. Is the Reaver really like 4,000 points? Yeah, I believe so. I think it's 2,000, 4,000, then 6,000 for the Warlord. Any upcoming 40k novels you are looking forward to? Mine is Traitor by Deed because of the Soul Drinkers. I've kind of been out of the loop a little bit for them, so I do apologize. I don't really know too many that are coming out. There's a cat. Wait, is the cat in here? I don't believe my cat is in here. Well, it's not my cat, it's my roommate's cat. It's adorable, and I love it. Let's see, everyone leave a like right now. That would be cool. If you guys want to donate, that'd be awesome. Help me pay some bills. Help me buy some more dumb stuff. As I recall, Celtic druids were actually savage. No, they weren't. But there isn't really area history. They were teachers. Would it anything to the lore / game to add a 5th Chaos God? There is a 5th Chaos God. His name is Mala, or Malice, and canonically he is currently dead. He was summoned into reality and then his planet was destroyed. So canonically he is currently dead. But yeah, there is a 5th Chaos God. In fact, I think there's actually like 12 Chaos Gods in total. It's just they're not really big as the big 4, and the 4 need to be expanded more to actually have different units. Because the fact that Khorne only has like 8 units, Slaanesh only has like 10 units, is really sad. They should have about like 10 each. Would be kind of cool. Aw, Isaac, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Thank you for the donation. Is psychic powers magic? Yes. The short answer is yes. It's drawing energy from an extra dimension in order to channel an ability. So, what's the future predictions for Battlefield Gothic game or series? I'm kind of hoping there's a 3rd game, which would be really cool. But I'm also hoping there's a tabletop game that plays very similar to Aeronautica. I have a feeling they were going to do Aeronautica as a joke, and then it took off. Get it? Pun. And became actually successful. So they're waiting now because they're going to use the same system for the, more than likely the same system for Battlefield Gothic. Favorite edition of Warhammer and favorite army in said edition. 5th edition Orks. Because I broke the game. In fact, I actually had a rule made specifically because I went to a big event. And if you don't believe me, look up the old rules for the Junka. I went to a tournament with a Baneblade that was in the size of a Junka. A Baneblade-sized Junka, and I destroyed an entire tank company in one round because of poorly worded ruling. In fact, I got so many rules made because of that thing. It was great. In fact, the Junka actually never made it past that edition, and I blame myself for that. Is the Emperor a Chaos God? No. In fact, he actually comes from a different book. And I can... So, originally I thought the Emperor, as we know him, was like from the God Emperor from Dune, but the God Emperor from Dune is a worm. I only found that out today. But if I scroll back through my conversation with Dude Guy, who's awesome, God damn, I gotta stop sending people a whole bunch of memes. I am so bad at this. I can tell you where they're from. The Wired of the White Wolf? Weld of the White Wolf? Something like that. Is where the Emperor is from, and he's a god of order. But yeah, That's where the Emperor is from. But the Emperor in 40k is very much different. He's not a god per se, but he's god-like. Yeah, I really like him. What do you think the Silent King might... Whoop, that comment scrolled past. Might do on the tabletop besides the standard Necron... be the standard Necron, my will be done. I actually don't know. I'm assuming that he'd be a pretty big buff commander, similar to the other Primarch level characters. The God Emperor coming back as a Chaos God. He's not a Chaos God. Like, people gotta get that out of their head that everything in the warp is not chaos. In fact, there's aliens that live in the warp that are not influenced by chaos. In fact, the bane of all psychers in the entire galaxy resided in the warp. There's whales that live in the warp. It's one of those things that bug me. Do you think the Drukhari and the Eldar will be getting new models after all these years? They got models last year. Do people forget about that? What happened with Cypher actually gets to meet the Emperor? Would the Lion wake up or the Fallen be forgiven? We don't know, because Cypher didn't make it. Cypher might not even be able to perceive the Emperor, because his psychic dominance is so powerful that Cypher might not even be able to make it into the room. Favorite 40k tank from any faction? The Sakaran battle tank from Space Marines. My second is the Repressor APC from the Sisters of Battle and Adeptus Arbites. What is your favorite Chaos God? Slanesh followed by Khorne. How would a Celtic Gaelic culture exist in sci-fi if space wood elves? No, they're actually teachers. Like, they would be like a mercenary group for the Tau that didn't go to war unless Morgan asked them to. But yeah, they would be like canonical teachers. They would actually be more along the lines of remembrancers than anything else. Which actually could be really cool. Like an entire order that's dedicated to learning and teaching people about the other alien factions. In fact, they could be one of the few species that's allowed into the Black Library, or maybe even writes for the Black Library, in lore, by the way, and gives the books to Kikarath to teach everybody else. Not 40k related, but your thoughts about bringing Warhammer Fantasy back? Do it, I guess. Advice for someone looking to get into Sisters and or another army. Every list I theory hammer on Battlescribe seems to be super expensive to get into. I actually made an entire series about that. You can check it out on the channel. It's just the Beginner's Guide series. How did you get into 40k? I made a video about that. But essentially, my friend Justin, who was the fat neckbeard type guy, talked about some cool stuff. I saw Nun with a Gun, Melta Maiden. Thought it was really cool, started reading some of the books, and then when I went to London, I bought my first 40k set, which was the Battle for Crag, and I absolutely fell in love with it. At the time, my friend was playing Tyranids, so I took the Space Marines, I painted them horribly, and then I started to learn more and more about 40k and getting into it, and I really like strategy games. Thoughts on Mad Max franchise and its impact on Warhammer? Well, I mean, they actually made a game that was Mad Max. Are you going to see the Dune movie? Maybe? Most of the warp is chaos. No, it's the Realm of Souls. A good chunk of it is chaos. But there's actually beacons within the warp itself and safe zones. What's your opinion on the Heavy Intercessor? I made a reaction video to that. I think they're good, but not terrific. Their weapons are weaker than the standard Space Marines. Holy crap! Wow! Thank you! Holy... Damn, thank you so much! You're awesome! Whew. Wow. Huh. I don't know what to say to that. Thank you. What are your thoughts on the Adeptus Mechanicus? I love them. How do you paint Sisters of Battle with white hair and get the bits of variation in each of their hair? I I paint them Corax white with a slight... I paint them black, dry brush it until I am satisfied with Corax white, and then I do a black wash in between each strand, or each segment, to actually make it out to be very unique. Some of the sisters, I add a brown underneath and then do a dry brush of white, so you can see that their hair isn't entirely white, that some of it has grown back, like the roots of it will be brown. Is it just me that noticed that Cypher's sword carrying the lion sword, maybe he will be offering the blade to the Emperor? No, literally everyone knows that. It's kind of cool. I love that he carries a broken sword on his back. Hey Queen, how can Tyranids beat the warp when the 6th edition Grey Knights Codex referenced the High Fleet falls to Nurgle and destroys... Okay, oh my god, thank you so much. Yo, for the Emperor. I don't know why I did this, but yo, Rocket Emperor, apparently. Tyranids in small doses can actually be corrupted by Chaos Gods, more prevalently Nurgle, because Nurgle can actually affect a small Hive Fleet, which it did. Tyranids will destroy those Hive Fleets and not consume them, but now they've actually started adapting to fighting warp entities, and they know how to do this by effectively artillery barraging them out of existence, or killing entire human populations that are on the planets that are keeping the demons tethered to the world. And then they gain no... the demons themselves don't have any nutritional value to the Tyranids. There are some conflicting sources that state that they might be able to absorb souls, like the Doom of Malantide, which might be able to absorb a demon, but it's confusing if that's still a thing. But aside from that... Tyranids tend to destroy all living life that can give a tether to the demons for being on the world, and then their shadow in the warp affects the demon's connection to the Materium, and if enough Tyranids get to the warp itself or to Terra, they can actually blot out all of it with a psychic barrier or a projection into the warp and dispel the gods themselves, if they can wipe out all life in the galaxy. But yeah, the warp is more akin to, let's see, in D&D, yes it is, technically to Dark Future and a far more famous Gorka Morka. Gorka Morka was inspired by a few things, actually. I found that out, too. There's a book that Gorka Morka is based off of, which is also a Mad Max series ripoff, but yeah. Do you prefer the newer Noise Marines or the older glam rock-inspired ones? I think you need to mix of both. I would actually like a bunch of Marines playing, like, traditional music or, like, very obscure-looking instruments. So, what do you think would happen in the Emperor in the future? He's gonna continue to project himself psychically and become more and more powerful, but... overall, Chaos is going to keep him in line, and the Emperor is going to keep the Chaos Gods back. So the entire universe is in a stagnant battle for supremacy where none of the sides can actually win. Except for the outside sides, which is the Orks, the Necrons, the Eldar, the Tyranids, and the Tau. Okay, let's see. Do you paint homebrew paint schemes or just stick to official paint schemes? I have my own homebrew paint schemes for my Sons of Garrow. 5th Company onwards is black and red. Before that is the Dusk Raiders. Are the Tau Empire still good faction to join and hire humans? Still, because people are saying that they're not giving you freedom and stuff. The Tau are tyrannical. A lot of people forget this. They are not the good guys. Not anymore, anyway. Originally, when they came into the lore, they were supposed to be the good guys. But as the lore has expanded, they are tyrannical. They want all of their underlings. The ethereal cast is very, very, very follow my lead or you die type deal. So you do have to keep a lookout for that. The 5th Sphere expansion, these fleets that are out there, are actually killing their human auxilia because they're too dangerous. But yeah, joining the Tau faction is not a very good thing. The Kroot were tricked into it. The Vespid are mind-controlled. The Demiurge are bought off, and all their technology was stolen. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Do you think the Tyranids are running away? No, they're not running away from anything. That lore has been retconned a long time ago. Are the Space Marines and their Primarchs a creation of the Chaos Gods? Kind of. The Emperor did make a deal with the Chaos Gods in order to gain the knowledge to make the Primarchs, but the Primarchs were made after the Space Marines depending on the source. The cited source for the lore itself. I know that's confusing, but GW has retconned a whole bunch of stuff, so there is no canon. Everything is everywhere. Anyway. What do you think about the Necrons joining the Imperium against Chaos and Tyranids? Can this be possible? It can be possible. The Silent King has worked with the Imperium before. Trazeen has also worked with the Imperium, so the Necrons aren't above working with the Imperium, but they are after their own nefarious goals, always. And that's very important to remember. They are there for their own ends. The Imperium surviving and the Imperium thriving is not their concern. They just want them to develop technology for soul transference or biotransference. Once they get that, they'll wipe out humans. The Tau are on record for sterilizing non-Tau peoples and under their control of space worms. Yes, that is actually canon. That comes from Dawn of War, though, so take that with a grain of salt. I literally just walked into where you die type deal. Yeah, that's true. Squats for the Tau. I think squats are going to be their own race. The Demiurge work for the Tau, but the squats are kind of a neutral thing. So, yeah. Also, the Tau are recklessly letting themselves get infiltrated by Genestealers. Yes, that has happened quite a bit now. Alright, do you have a pile of shame? Do I have a pile of shame? Let me show you my pile of shame. Okay, alright. You ready for this? Okay. This is one drawer that is absolutely filled. In here we have 2 Wraith Knights. We have Marathi, oh my god. We have a Razorback in here. We have Planetary Empire, Marathi. Okay, there's that box. Let's take this one away. Okay. There's that one. This is my terrain box of unbuilt terrain. And bits. I actually gotta fix this really quickly, because otherwise this won't go in properly. There we go. Let's take this and just stuff it. Actually, I'm going to take this out. That demon needs to be repaired. Okay. Let's see. We have all of this, which is these cool things. Dungeons and Doggos, a Hive Tyrant. Was a Hive Tyrant. We have an Exorcist and a Genestealer box. Okay. I gotta pick up all those pieces, otherwise I would step on them. Luckily this is a metal Hive Tyrant, so its pieces will not get damaged. Okay. Then, oh yeah, I have this box down here. This is my still being painted box. Yeah, there's a lot of projects in here. I have a few projects. Just like 1 or 2. Nothing big, right? Nah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Planetary Empires? Yes, I'm making an entire campaign out of it. Oh, hell yeah. It's some IKEA boxes. Yeah, it is. But they're full. And that's not all. I have 2 more boxes as well. Let's see. What about Farsight Enclaves? Are they good or bad like the Tau Empire? They're still bad guys. Like, a lot of people forget that. Do you want them to bring back the dinosaur riding Eldar? Yes, I do. A box of shame is the Silver Tower set. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, wow. Truly awesome collection. Yeah, it's not even the ones that are finished. In fact, you can see all my armies behind me. And my other shelf, which you can actually see into, has a whole bunch of models in there. In fact, I could probably pull out a super heavy out of it. Actually, I think there's like 7 in there. Do you think we're anywhere close enough in 40k lore that Vulcan would need to achieve the Terminus decree? I don't know what you mean by that. Alright, let's see. Hey, Queen, you're in good work. The Emperor protects. Oh, thank you. DPing? Demon Fencing? Let's see. Most of my room is work in progress boxes. Yeah, I feel that. Legion of the Damned. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, I want Legion of the Damned. I'm like sitting lower now. This is weird. I don't like this. Okay. Hey, Queen, would you want a Tyranid Dominatrix model? So long as he comes, or actually she in this case, comes along with the Norn Queen on top of her, hell yeah. It's not a box of shame, it's a pile of potential. Yeah, no, it's a box of shame. The Farsight Enclaves is more or less the same as the Tau Empire, just more liberal than the Tau Empire. Yeah, it's still tyrannical, though. A lot of people forget that, and they still do the same thing. In fact, one of the coolest things is Farsight Enclaves is starting to experience Ghost in the Machines. I hope this is still loading perfect for you guys, because on my end it keeps freezing up, and I do apologize. What major lore characters do you think might be killed next? I don't really know. It's kind of up in the air. I wish more characters would die. How many 2,000 point armies do you have? I have 17 40k armies. 16 40k armies. I had to give 1 back to Victor. So yeah, 16. Are you going to do battle reports soon? I promise I am trying my best. It's just the people that I trust enough to come over to my house don't actually have armies. There is no stores actually allowing playing yet. So yeah, I do apologize. I am trying. For new sci-fi stories, do you prefer books, comics, or video games? Which do you think has more success? I like sci-fi books. The Terminus Decree was the agreement between Vulcan and the Emperor to destroy Terra if chaos is ever to conquer humanity, specifically to deny the gods humanity's souls. I think it would be better to just hand over the Imperium to the Eldar. Just be like, hey, save us. Especially if they handed it over to Enid, the actual god of the dead, to deny the souls to chaos. I think would be a much better scenario than just obliterating all souls. Can the Legion of the Damned get Primaris stuff in the lore? Well, considering they're ghost warriors, yes. I'm sure that there are loyal Primaris that died already that could come back as Legion of the Damned. I sent money through Steam Labs. Did you get it? I will check, because sometimes that does not pop up. Let me check real quick. Because Steam Labs, I don't know what it is. I can never get it to load properly on here. So let me just double check. Why are you being such a butt? Just load. It is taking forever to load. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. You're awesome, and I love you. All right. What armies do you have the least models for? Ooh, technically, I think I only have like a very few, what are they called? Grey Knights. I have like 10 paladins, 15 strike squad, 15 strike members, and a land raider and 2 characters. I think that's the smallest. Yeah, that's the smallest. I think that barely fits as 2,000 points. Let's see. Which Loyalist Primarch do you want to see come back next? Lionel Johnson. Wow, 16. Are they all painted? A good chunk of them are. Does the Emperor still protect his people still because they call him the God Emperor? The Emperor does still protect, and actually literally does now, and Celestine is the answer to that, as well as divine intervention and things of that nature. You can see the Emperor protecting somebody literally in the cinematic that came out for 9th edition, where the Sister of Battle prays the gods away, and it just stops burning her, stops deatomizing her. I missed that question. Iliad, because the key to resurrecting Big E could be a cool plot. That would be pretty cool. I doubt the Emperor is actually going to come back like an actual being. Is there a unit that exists in the lore that you wish there was a miniature for? The Sisters of Battle Stormraven and Landspeeders, I wish we got. And, let's see, exists in the lore. There's actually quite a few things that I wish existed. Also, thank you for the subscription. You're awesome. I would have to think about that one. I would have to really sit down and think about that. I recommend... Oh, wait. So, are there custodians a finite number, or can they be recruited like Space Marines do? They're very difficult to make. They're made out of biomancy from the children of the High Lords of Terra. Technically, they don't have to use just men. They could use women for it and double their number, but they are known as the 10,000 for a reason. So anytime one dies, they either toss them into a dreadnought and keep them alive, or they just create another one. I remember Uriel Ventress fought alongside Reminus as the Legion of the Damned captain. Yeah, that's an interesting story. When the Legion of the Damned showed up and actually fought alongside Space Marines. You can read more about that, more about the Legion of the Damned showing up in the Psychic Awakening books. But they're kind of weird, and they're very, very, very... Lore came out afterwards that contradicted the lore that's in there. So yeah. Do you think Guilliman and Yvraine should have a political marriage to form an alliance between the Imperium of Man and the Eldar? No. I do think that those two being demigods are probably the closest thing to understanding each other, and the huge burden that it is to have both those factions under their control. But at the same time, I don't believe that they should be married. That's weird. Also, marriage might not be a thing in the Eldari society, so it would be pointless. Will Corvus ever leave the warp? No, he's probably dead. Hey Alexis, if other Primarchs come back, how would they react to the alliance with the Eldar? Most of them would probably be cool with it. Yeah, most of them would probably be cool with it. They would understand it after a little bit. What would the next Necromunda gang you want for the PC? Probably the Genestealer cult. Let's see. Who is the biggest troll of 40k? Probably the Genestealer cult. Is AOS harder to play than 40k? No, if you understand 40k, then you're good. Favorite female-only warrior class society? Amazons. I like the Sisters of Silence and Sisters of Battle. Does that count? I feel like that counts. Who's the most hated 40k character? Don't really know. Personally, I think, there's a few characters I don't like, but yeah. Let's see. I don't see monogamy being a thing in the Eldar culture. Probably matriarchy, polygamy. I don't really see Eldar having that much of an actual love interest in somebody. Because they have no sexual drive. And I know this is weird, but love is heavily driven on the ability, the instinct to breed. So without that urge, you would see more asexual people. And yeah, I don't know. Call is the most hated? No, he's not. Nah, not even close. Call is amazing. Should every Necromunda gang story end with the Imperial Fist recruiting the best males into their chapter? God, no. They might actually be successful. The Imperial Fist, like, that sucks to be indoctrinated into the worst Space Marine Legion. God, they suck. I hate them. They're just one of the few chapters that I think is... They kind of have the Avatar of Cain syndrome, where everything is better by beating them up. Kentoskarius is the most hated because he's a traitor to his chapter and ideal to his chapter. That isn't true. He's actually beloved by his chapter, and even Gilliman recognizes him as a great warrior. In fact, he just came back. What are your thoughts on Caiaphas Cain? I love him. The Black Templars are ashamed that they came from the Imperial Fist, and it makes the point to make their name for themselves in spite of that. I really think the Black Templar was a missed opportunity and should have been a descendant of the Dark Angels. Holy cow. Okay, now that you mention love, it could be possible that Isha controls the part of the Eldar with fertility, and that likely was screwed up when Nurgle locked her away. Actually, yeah. Somewhere Vorak is screaming. Vorak. Why does that name sound familiar? Why does that name sound familiar? Why do I know that name? Is that a 40k character? No? I'm not sure. Dark Angels, right? They make more sense as Dark Angels because Dark Angels are knights, and it's just so much better. Chapter Master of the Imperial Fist. That's Vorin Hagen. Oh wait, no, technically he's dead. Isn't that Ventress? I think is his name. I know Sigmar is separate from 40k lore-wise. I thought fantasy was loosely in the same universe. Does the 5th Chaos God show up in 40k? There is a 5th Chaos God. It's Mala. He's black and white, and he's the Chaos God of Chaos. Chapter Master Volk is a... Oh my god, yes he is. Yes he is. That's where I know the name from. He's that neckbeard guy that's actually, like, really polite, right? Massive Imperial Fist fan. Well, I mean, he picked the wrong Legion. He should have picked something that's successful. Thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. I sold off most of my Magic the Gathering collection to get into 40k. Went with Tau. They seem to be in a hard place in 9th. Any tips for somebody new? Any tips? Well, you're going to need to learn how to castle up, and you're going to need to learn how to push your opponent back. The main goal is to keep your bigger suits safe as possible while dealing out devastating long-range combat to your opponent, and pick out key targets very quickly. One of the biggest things is ask your opponent what the best unit in their army is and kill it first, and then kill their commanders, and then kill everything that they have. But jokes aside, Triple Riptide is actually ridiculously good. Thank you for becoming a member. You're awesome and I love you. But Triple Riptide is really good. Triple Ghost Keel is really good. Anything in 3s is really good. So if you have a battlesuit squad, take 3 battlesuit squads. Really, really, really good. And I absolutely love them. I tend to run a lot of XV88s. They're not good, but I just like them. If you have like an actual tactics question, join my Discord and ask me specifically for help with list building and things of that nature, and I will help you out as much as I can. Okay. How do you get into a Dark Angel chapter and join them as a regular human? There are no regular humans in 40k. Let's just forget that idea. There is no regular humans in 40k. Everyone is augmented. It is extremely rare not to be augmented, even as a child. But to become a Dark Angel, it's very, very difficult because Dark Angels don't recruit from any one particular world. They actually recruit from a multitude of different worlds. Even though listed, they say they recruit from one. Their comics and the lore tell you that they recruit from a whole bunch of different sectors. They look for strong people and take their children. That's the easiest way of putting it. Seems like Tau are going to be better played as Fast Tau with Piranhas, Breachers, and Crisis Suits. I actually kind of like that idea. I like Tau using battle suits more. Is Garrow alive? Canonically, maybe. Because as of right now, he survived his duel with Abaddon and survived. He didn't win, he survived. But he's not dead yet. Which is weird because his lore before that said that he sacrificed himself, but he never has. So he's still alive by 40k standards. Let's see, how long have we been going? Over an hour. Nice. Let's see if we can get the chat revenue up to 100. That would be amazing. If I can get up to 100, I can actually pay off like my car insurance, and that would help me so much. Like, that would ridiculously help me. Other than names, the Salamanders are my second favorite founding chapter of the Astartes. They're cool, but their names kill me. I think not a dragon. Okay. Yeah, the Salamanders have weird names. So do the what are they? The White Scars. They have extremely weird names. Let's go with this. Let's hide that. That's not important. And Fist Martyr of the Imperium. I agree. I played Deathwatch and Iron Hands, but everyone is mostly playing AOS for a while. What armies would you recommend for AOS? I like Daughters of Cain and Demons and Orks because it could be played in all of them. Well, not the Daughters of Cain, but you get what I mean. Normal humans is an Yeah, you're right. Normal humans are rare as hell in 40k. What is your favorite army to fight against? That is a good question. My favorite army to fight against would probably be Slaanesh Demons. They're a really fun, like, enemy. They're not that good, so I can actually, like... I can actually take, like, fun lists against them and never worry too much. So, I'm not too worried. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and ban this guy because he's being quite obnoxious. Hide this user. There we go. Goodbye. Sorry, we occasionally get people who are just being stupid in the chat, so I just had to get rid of them. I'm sorry about that. My favorite chapter is the Marines Errants because they're only naval chapter. It's not true. The White Scars are a naval chapter. Out of all enemies facing towards the Empire of Mankind, who is the worst? I personally think the worst enemy the Imperium of Man has to fight is the Tyranids. Because there is no reasoning with them. There is no remorse. There is no motive. They just want to kill. Okay. This guy is leaving a lot of comments. Kind of a loser. Anyway, do you think Kill Team is going to survive? Yes. GW is on the fence about it right now, but I do think that Kill Team is probably going to get a new edition coming up soon, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully it'll be a more balanced version. Let's see. Wow, that guy got hidden by 2 moderators. Damn. Let's get some more questions and junk. The Marines Malevolent or Loyalist Death Guard from Isfahan. Are they? I don't think I've ever read anything about that. If I can get a source for that, I would love it. Let's see. This guy is leaving a ton of comments. It's really, really, really funny because they're all just hidden. It's also making it hard to read the comments and everything, so I do apologize. Let's move this over here so I'm actually looking more towards the camera and less towards this. What is one thing you would like to be explored more in 40k? Tyranid characters. I want more Tyranid characters. Like, I really do. I think that Tyranids desperately need characters, and it's kind of a shame that they don't have any characters. So it kind of sucks. I wish that they had like something a little bit better. I'm gonna put this up here. There we go. There we go. That way I'm actually like looking at the camera kind of, which is weird. So let's keep reading. I want to make my first 1K sororitas army. Any tips? 3 units of Sisters of Battle. Let's see. 3 units of Sisters of Battle, a Canoness, Celestine, and probably some Rhinos just to start out and get some Repentia. Check out if you like that kind of list and then expand upon it. If not, go with Retributors. Retributors are really good. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Man, this guy is leaving like a bazillion messages. I mean, he's hidden, so he's just kind of a loser. If you could get any weapon in 40k made into real life that actually works, what would you want? Probably a lasgun, since that's the only weapon I can probably charge and keep using. I would probably, yeah, I would want a lasgun, because I could just be like, put them up on my, I could still use it. It shoots at the speed of light. It's extremely effective. It would burn through anything that I needed to burn through. Unfortunately, it would be very hard to stop, which is weird. But when I run out of ammunition, I could just take the charge pack out and put it out in the sun and just cook it, re-get ammunition for it, slap it into my gun, and keep using it. Personally want to see more novels pairing the Sisters of Battle alongside the Space Wolves. That would be actually really cool. I wish there was an order of sisters that were dedicated strictly to the Space Wolves and just call them the Sisters Valkyria. That'd be really cool. What is your favorite number of points to play in 40k? 2,000. Lore-wise, Tyranid characters don't make any sense. Well, they could change the lore. I mean, it's fluff. They can change it in a heartbeat. Blood Ravens, are they Thousand Sun successors? No. That has been stated by the author. Like, that has been stated by multiple authors at this point, I believe. Which of the lesser-known 40k races is the most powerful at this point in the lore? I think that's the Hrud is the most powerful. Let's see... USB powered lasgun. Yeah, maybe. You said something about an all guardsman army. Can we talk about that? I have a Loyalist 32 that's on 32mm bases, and they have 3 airplanes, and that's my entire 1,000 points of guardsmen. I plan to add more to it. I think I have a Lehman Russ somewhere, a Chimera somewhere, and a few other things, but yeah. Let's see. Blood Ravens. That's pretty good. Do lasguns shoot pulses or a beam of light? It's a beam of light, and it sounds, when it fires, it actually sounds like the crack of thunder, and it's actually very loud. In fact, I actually have a long las over in the corner, just kind of chilling there. The Marines Malevolent are from the Death Guard Loyalist bloodshed group on the battle barge of the Malevolence, known as the Marines of the Malevolence. Can I get a source for that? Like, what book is that mentioned in? I would love to know that, including page number if you have it. Thank you again for me and my bolter human size. I don't know what you mean. Can't wait for the Necron Codex V9 next month. Yo, same. I have my Necrons sitting over here. I can't wait to use them. Let's see. Have you read the Caiaphas Cain novels? Yes, I have. If so, what did you think they were? How my buddy got into 40K. Okay. They were how my buddy got into 40K. No, that's nice. That's really cool. If a new race was introduced, If a new race was introduced, what's your opinion on what it would be? Probably the Demiurge, using a lot of robots, a lot of mini robots. That would be really, really, really cool. Like actual robots, not people in suits or drones, but real robots. The Men of Iron could also be cool if they decided to include them. But the Men of Iron were canonically supposed to be Transformers, but then they actually made one and it kind of destroyed that. And I really wish they did a White Dwarf magazine on the Exorcist chapters. They're painting on the box of Indominus. They're painted on the... Yeah, they are. They are on the Indominus box, aren't they? Huh. I actually noticed that the other week. Do you think we're going to get Dark Angels part of the Primaris Outriders? Yes. They are indoctrinated into the Raven Wing already. Just realized that $50 I sent you made my... Oh, I'm so sorry. Locked my card. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Men of Iron. Hope to see more lore, models, whatever. Yeah, me too. We only have UR025 and that's it. Okay. The weapon I would choose to have in real life would be a human-sized bolter. Sorry for the last one. Yeah, I guess, but you'd only have 25 rounds for it, and it would be considered a war crime to have it. Actually, it wouldn't be considered a war crime to have it. It would just be illegal to own. Hey, Alexis, favorite ally of the Sisters of Battle? Imperial Knights or Grey Knights? Not Grey Knights. Imperial Knights or Custodians are my favorite ally because they add so much punch without going overboard. So, yeah. Let's keep going. Oh my god, we're at 76. We're so close to my goal of 100. That would be so great. I could pay off my car insurance. Should be nice. No other comments. What the butts? Oh yeah, I wanted to show this guy off. I made this guy and I was really, really, really happy with him because I wanted a leader of my Juggernaut unit of Khorne, and I made this guy. Look, his head is the Khorne symbol. Isn't that silly? I love him. His name is Fredrickson. Don't ask why his name is Fredrickson. It just is. He has a very fancy name. He's also very polite. Horse Heresy Book 6 Retribution lists Black Shield companies, Ashen Claws, Umbral Hunt, and Marines of Malevolence. Later in the same book list, I don't really see the connection, though. I need something that actually just directly states that they are a successor of them. Because there are loyalist factions from every single Chaos fleet that join the Imperium. But I'm wondering, here's my actual question. Are they the survivors from Isfahan that left with Nathaniel Garrow? That's the biggest thing. You need to pay off your insurance, angered the machine spirit. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Sisters/sister army would be funny. Battle silence. Yeah. Sisters of Battle and Sisters of Silence and Sisters of Battle do work pretty well together, especially being that you can negate with the Sisters of Battle and give your opponent the minuses, which is -3. And then for the Sisters of Silence, you could do that. Then for the Sisters of Battle, you could have the Deny the Witch on 1d6 and actually have it matter. It'd be really, really funny. If you do a team game, technically, if you have the Sisters of Battle, you can actually get the +3 to your Deny the Witch, and your teammate can have 3 units of Sisters of Silence, and you don't break your strict Codex only thing. So you can give your opponent -3 and you +3. So on 1d6, you can negate things up to 9, 12 on 1d6. It's not broken. It's just silly. Let's see. Do you think we'll get a Cryptek Reanimator kit? Do you like the model? I like the model. I want to get all of the new Necron models, especially all those characters. Especially Mr. Spookums. He looks pretty cool, the Cryptek of spookiness. I kind of want to make it the face from Courage the Cowardly Dog, where it's like going, ooga booga booga. I think that would be cute as hell. Hey Alexis, I have a game coming up with my friend with $100 on it. Ooh, I usually go Orks, but they are a pain to make and I'm just not feeling them. What loyalist army would you suggest? He has Tyranids. I would actually take Sisters of Battle. Either that or Space Marines. If you're going to go Space Marines, take Salamanders, White Scars, no, Salamanders, Imperial Fist, or Ultramarines, and you'll have the time of your life killing them. Or take Custodians. Custodians against Tyranids is fun. Do they still use farm animals like donkeys and yaks even on other planets in 40k? Yes, they do. In fact, they actually have this beast called a Grox that they use that can adapt to almost any world, and it's used primarily for the meat source of 40k. They also do it to giant rats, dogs, cattle of any type of sort. They have a bunch of animals that they eat in 40k. Let's see. No, they are not. Specifically, in the short story Black Shield, list them as the dead of the Legion, completely forgotten, who are loyalists but outcasts. I don't know what that's referring to. That might be the Marine Malevolence thing. Nice, got some silly rules. Yeah. I'm going to write a fanfiction with a Sister of Battle in it. Any tips? Read all of the current Sisters of Battle thing. Requiem Inferno is also a really good source. Faith and Fire is really good. Red and Black, read all of those. Read the Sister Battle Omnibus, pretty much, and you'll get the idea of what Sisters are all about. Have you watched If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device? If so, would you ever want a cameo in it? I actually do have a cameo in it. I don't like them, though. I voiced Mariel Sabathiel back when I was getting along with them, but we parted ways because they decided to do something to me on my anniversary with my ex, and it made me hate them. Anyway, they also keep a guy who's really bad on their team, a few of them actually, that I strongly disagree with. Groxburgers, yes. Yeah. Not getting Dark Angel Codex in the first release set of Marines. Could that mean that the Lion is on its way? No, stop begging for the Lion to come back. Beg for actual good rules. Are you doing anything special for Halloween that is related to gaming or cosplaying? I have nothing planned for Halloween, to be honest, because there's nothing to do. Me and my friends might hang out, but that's about it. I might just sit on my butt and stream. Like, because with COVID and everything, nobody can gather. I might just hang out at my game store in my sororitas cosplay, just shooting the shit. And then, And then, yeah, just come home and stream. But yeah, like, you can't go out. Bars are closed. Just typically what I do. Major Kill mentioned you in his video. I don't like Major Kill. For his mention of me in the video where he basically said that I'm uninteresting and the only thing important about me is my vagina. Yeah, that was lovely of him. Needless to say, I don't watch his content. I don't watch a lot of 40k content, to be honest. But I won't be doing anything with him in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. But yeah, I did not like how he presented me. He was just blandly said that I was uninteresting, and I was just like, you know what? Screw you. Does your game store do online ordering? Unfortunately, no. Sorry. Sorry. Boop, boop, boo. We have 84 people watching. Holy crap. As easy as it is to order on Amazon, I think it's important that people do their part in keeping the actual physical game stores alive. Yes, oh my god. Game stores are actually, for the most part, still open. You just need to go there, call them, make sure, and then get an order and leave to make sure that you can support your locals and keep them going. Communities should support each other. There is not that much support in the 40k community. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm friends with a good chunk of the 40k community. Scary is really good. There's a few that I do watch, mostly battle report channels. But the ones that I'm friends with, Phil for the Glacial Geek, we're friends. Scary from Scarredcast, we're friends. Wargamer Girl, we're friends. The guys over at Mini Wargaming, I consider friends. There's just a big list. But yeah, those are the ones I can name off the top of my head. Let's see. I actually did see the video in it and cringed pretty bad when he described you, especially considering you know some pretty deep lore. I would actually put myself on one of the... I know a lot of lore. I've read over 200 books. Like, you guys can't see it, but I have 3 bookshelves filled with books. I have multiple models. I've invested a lot into this game. I read 3 books a week, and to be honest, like, I know my lore and I know the lore sources. So, and I look at those as well to see what influenced 40k. So I know a good chunk of the lore, and it's just like, I don't get the same respect as some British guy or some insert accent here, which makes them more believable. It's annoying. It's really annoying. It's why I don't do lore series, because there's really no point. I am doing a lore series with the everything wrong with the tanks as we go through all of the different 40k vehicles. And Sterling is my military expert. He's a military historian. Now, granted, we don't do like scripts or anything. It is just live right then and there. So, like, if we get some things wrong, we get some things wrong. But usually I try to point out my sources at least. But yeah. But yeah, I talk about the lore. He talks about the actual military engagements and all the stats on the tanks. Because they do in-depth lore videos. They don't. A lot of their lore videos are just... And I've noticed this about a lot of the lore channels. A lot of them are just... They read the wiki, and then if you ask them any questions, they get it wrong. Like, a lot of them say if you shoot a bolt gun one-handed, you blow your entire arm off, and it's just like, no, you don't. They can't even name, like, half of the equipment on characters, where I can name all of it. Have you ever considered battling against one of the Mini Wargaming crew? I already have. I went up against, back when he was there, Cork. His Custodians versus my Sisters of Battle. The setting's supposed to be grim dark. Now the way the fan base treats each other, right? English accent makes everything more formal. That is so true. Like, that's actually really well known in the YouTube community, is that if you have a British accent and you do story-based videos, you're a lot more popular than an American doing the exact same thing. All right, Alexis and chat, enjoy Friday. Okay, you're taking off. Do you have some display ideas? I have a million ideas chatting on bookshelves. I don't have any display boards yet, but I do want to do a necropolis for my Necrons. I want to do a opening of a hive ship for my Tyranids. For my Space Marines, I want to do, I want to get a couple of Thunderhawks and have them dropping off the tanks and everything. I think that would be really cool. But yeah. What's your Taco Bell order? I actually don't like Taco Bell. I know that's weird, but I don't like it. But at I do like Chipotle, and I always get a chicken bowl, and it's amazing, and I love it. 40k vehicles drive me closer when I hit them with my sword. Yep. I stopped watching 40k lore YouTubers because they often say stuff that isn't accurate, or show pictures that aren't 40k or even relevant at all. You know, I feel that. A lot of the lore YouTubers also don't give credit to any of the artists. They just steal pictures offline, put it up in the background, put a filter over it, think that's good enough, and never credit the artists at all. Just steal their stuff and then read directly from 40k's wiki, and that's it. They never, the one that I really do like, and I highly suggest, and I think is one of the best lore YouTubers out there, is actually Wolflord Rowe. He is hands down the best out of all of them. Let's see. I'm sure you are a walking resource of lore, and you can spit it out at will. That's what I enjoy about your videos. My videos are very freeform. That's what I like about doing them. But I can tell you a ton of different things, and usually when I can't bring up the lore source, I ask one of my mods to go look for it while I'm talking about it, and if they prove me wrong, they prove me wrong, and I admit to it as quickly as possible. Voldemort is best. He's okay. He overemphasizes words, and he sounds a little silly, to be honest, but I don't think he's bad. I think he's pretty good. I can't really watch his videos. They're not really my style. They're a bit... And I don't... This is not a criticism... well, technically this is a criticism, but this is not a shot at him. He's just not my cup of tea, if that makes sense. I think his work is fantastic, and his accent and his character that he portrays is good, just not my style. But keep in mind, I don't watch a lot of 40k lore YouTubers because I tend to look at their clickbait titles, and then I go and find the book that they're referencing, and I read it, and I try to find where they're trying to reference, because a lot of them never actually cite their source. They just say something. Remlaze is good about this now because he knows that I'll call him out. Me and Rem are really good friends. I don't watch his videos often, but we're really good friends. Same with Tactica Imperialis. But I will find the source and I will read it, and then I will make sure that they get it correctly. Yeah. Let's see. Imperial Fist are the best. Founding chapter changed my mind. First Wall, the Siege of Terra, the Orc invasion, War of the Beast, the War of, the Battle of Cadia. That should change your mind. They're pretty bad. Let's see. Oculus, I don't watch. I don't know anything about him. I've never watched his videos. I know he's a YouTuber. That's it. Let's see. What about Major Kill? Don't like him. I actually don't like him because of the things he said about me. So yeah. We need to convince Voldemort to cover. Yeah, he could. I love Remlaze. Remlaze is awesome. I really like Remlaze as a person. He's a really good person. And I don't mean to throw shade at the 40k community. Please don't take this as me throwing shade at them. It's just a good chunk of them just are basement dwellers. Like me, I get out, I go out, I go to malls all the time. Well, as often as I can now. And I'm always out in public, so like I know how to talk to people. And a lot of these people are, well, they're kind of the stereotypical nerd. But a good chunk of them I get along with. Like, I want to play a game against Scary, and so there's a big difference between the lore community and the actual tabletop gaming community. The tabletop gaming community is way different. They're amazing, and I love them. But the lore community is kind of meh. Let's see. What do you think about 3D printed minis? If the object that you're trying to buy, if the product that you're trying to buy doesn't exist and is not being sold by its parent company or any other subsidiary company that owns the rights to it, by all means 3D print it. But if you are 3D printing like 40K models, you are stealing. Should Sanguinius be brought back to life? No. I just thought of Gilliman full-size body pillow. I would love that. Most lore YouTubers for 40K are just low-effort content farming, honestly. I wouldn't say that. A good chunk of them are very passionate about the 40K community, but after a bit you can tell that they're tired of it. Let's see. Auspex is pretty good. That's one of those tactics that's pretty decent. What about Luton? Luton is good. He's a nice person. Arch Warhammer is a piece of shit. Like, that dude can... He is terrible. His lore is inaccurate. His character is garbage. He's a rampant racist. He's a terrible person. Let's see. Let's see. There's not even shade. That's just that's just the sad truth. I don't want to say that. Like, yeah, I've been treated pretty poorly by the 40K community, especially all of those associated with TTS. But yeah. Let's get back to this. Don't get me wrong, I love 40K, but I cannot afford the models. The models aren't as expensive as people think. They are expensive, but you're guaranteed what you're getting, and you don't need to go out of your way to get them. And your opponent is the one that's limited on game size because of you. A hobby game is only as expensive as you make it. Keep that in mind, and it's very important. If you want to play 40K and you don't have a lot of money, play Kill Team. Excuse me. And if you can't afford Kill Team, find somebody at the club that's nice and ask to borrow one of their armies. More than likely, you will run into somebody with 4 or 5 armies that'll be more than willing to teach you how to play and let you borrow their stuff to play until you can get your own stuff. It's not really that bad. My lips are drying up. It's the one thing I hate about this environment. Let's see. I'm learning so much from 40K community. I'm sorry. The actual community, the real life 40K community is absolutely spectacular. The Twitter community that I'm a part of is absolutely spectacular. 40K on Facebook is absolutely atrocious. Don't go to 40K and Facebook. Facebook is terrible. 40K Facebook is worse somehow. But the actual tabletop community that really plays is amazing. Let's see. If only 250,000 chapter known, should some chapters be some... I don't get what you're saying. I'm sorry. A lot of these are scrolling by too quickly for me to answer, so I do apologize. Single source of info ain't very good, unless you're quoting the exact thing from one book and you can quote the page number. Then it's exactly what you were talking about from that exact one book, and that's exactly how a source works. I mean, if you want to see expensive, go to Forge World. Forge World is actually getting cheaper. A lot of people are missing that. Forge World is surprisingly not as expensive anymore. Their older stuff is expensive, true, but a lot of their newer stuff is priced pretty reasonably. Tabletop Simulator 40K, I don't like it. Welcome to the desert, right? My lips just keep drying out. That's like the biggest thing, and my throat dries out very quickly. Let's see. New to the hobby, for somebody who's new to the hobby and wants to run Sister's Army and on a budget, any suggestions for what I should get first? Sisters of Battle, just battle squads. Just buy 3 Sister of Battle squads, and that's all you need to start off. And buy 1 Repentia squad, convert the Repentia Superior into a Canoness, and you are done. That's all you need to start. Or you can do 1 squad of Repentia, 1 Battle Sister squad, and that's a good start for you. Play a patrol detachment, test out the game, try it out, play some kill team. Actually, that's how I got into... Okay, but that's kind of cool. One Mind Syndicate. What can I say about One Mind Syndicate except it's exactly this... One Mind Syndicate is the exact same as most lore YouTubers. Just saying, they do the exact same thing except they're blatant about it. That's why people hate them. I think there should be stricter bolter laws. I agree. 40K on Tabletop Simulator for free. Don't do that. That's stealing. Also, it's bad. Like, just Tabletop Simulator in general is bad. Just try to find a local community, play some kill team at home, and just try it out. The biggest thing for 40K is that you play it in person. All right. Alexis, remember the Forge World Demon Brutes when discussing prices. I do agree, but that's still from the old Forge World. And once it was late 8th edition, and they're not making things for Horus Heresy, because that crowd will spend $1 billion on absolutely nothing. But if it's made for 40K Necromunda Aeronautica, it actually follows the same prices as GW. So, yeah. Favorite Overwatch hero, Diva. And Ashe. I love Ashe. Oh my god. Just on aesthetics alone is Ashe, but on playstyle is Diva. But what if I have no friends? Go make some. It's not hard. And this is coming from somebody with severe social anxiety. Go out and make friends. Hang out at your game store until you make friends. I have literally no money. Then trade for stuff. Ah! Clicked on the wrong thing. Let's try to get some of these really quickly. Sorry, my computer lagged out for a second. When are you getting an Ashe body pillow? I would love one. Not gonna lie. Okay, let's see. Did anyone ask about the Katachan Sergeant for sale till... You know, I kind of want that Sergeant, but I also think it looks horrendous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks terrible. And I will be honest about 40K models. Like, some of them look spectacular. Some of them look terrific. Others look horrific. And they look terrible. The amount of stuff that 40K took from Dune is interesting. It's actually only like 3 or 4 things. Like, the concept of the God Emperor is from Dune, but the God Emperor in Dune is a worm. So, yeah. And Astropaths. And the Intergalactic system, but aside from that, that's pretty much it. Also, the Astropaths are very, very, very different in Dune. In Dune, they require a chem called Spice in order to be able to get through the Immaterium, and in 40K, it's literally just magic. So yeah, they're inspired by, but very different. wait until COVID passes and then make friends. Well, if you're in America, COVID is never going to pass because our nation is filled with a bunch of idiots. Is it me, or does Sergeant Ripper Jackson's face kind of sort of resemble a gray alien? It does. That whole model looks horrendous. I'm sorry, it just does. How many Hormagaunts is enough? There's never enough. Actually, just run like 30. Run like 3 squads at 30. Should be fun. Might go Salamanders against my buddy. Don't know why, but I really want to avoid the Ultra Smurfs, even though they make more sense lore-wise. They're also really good on tabletop right now. Let's see. I want to buy a ton of Severina Rain and Sergeant Ripper in hopes of them doing more female guard. God, let's hope so. With all the legions of the Damned still around? No, they're not. They were discontinued. That's Navigators. God damn it, I get Astropaths and Navigators mixed up all the time. I'm so sorry. Anyone want to help me come up with a custom Titan Legion? Well, that could be kind of cool. Let's see. The Pain Glove from Imperial Fists is taken directly from Dune. That's also taken directly from the Bible. Just saying. Like, a lot of people have to look past certain lore sources. Like, the Ornithopter predates Dune. It's actually an invention by Leonardo da Vinci. The Torture Glove is actually a medieval invention and also is referenced in the Bible, and that's why it was used in medieval times. Let's see. I'm doing a 4K game versus DG, Death Guard, and Eldar. I have Craftworld Quins and Cabal Colt. What should I bring? Bring Inari, bring all of it. That was fun. Good night. Alright, take care. The Marines Malevolent are Death Guard. You didn't give me a proper source for that, though. If you could choose a faction to get a rework, what would you choose? Tyranids, and add characters to them. I'd actually add personality to them. Sorry, I'm reading the chat off to the side, so I look like an idiot when I do it. Any news on the Death Guard start collecting box and what might be in it? No idea. I'm hoping cool stuff. We got a named character, not a named character, a character with a heavy weapon that's an HQ. That's kind of cool. You can get more women guard, but they are all Ripper Jackson. You could just go Victoria miniatures like I did for my Imperial Guardsmen. The Bible stole the Pain Glove from me. God damn it, White. So Warhammer ripped off the Bible. Yeah, quite a bit. Azrael, Belial, Samael are all names of fallen demons. Dante, Sanguinius, all names referencing the Bible. Sanguinius is Saint Michael. Yeah, they're literally a ton of, biblical references. Orc Trader stole a lot more, but in 2nd edition it was phased out of there, and more in each edition. Yeah, kind of. Rogue Trader was just kind of the be-all, catch-all of sci-fi universes. They just kind of grabbed from everything and just chalked it up to 11. But even though the Tyranids were stolen from the alien, they swiftly became their own creature. The Emperor became his own entity. Everything that was taken from every other sci-fi universe was eventually turned into its own thing. Like, the Tau were originally inspired by Mech Warrior, which was becoming more popular and was becoming a popular competitor towards Games Workshop, so they've released the Tau and had a bunch of aesthetics stolen from that game, but then the Tau became their very own aesthetic, and now they're pretty great. I'm out of drink. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to end this soon. Let's see. Do we have a Grandmaster Diva player on our hands? God, I wish. I'm kind of terrible at it. I've seen some 3D printed models called Jungle Fighters on some website. I still feel like that's still too close to stealing. Also, you need a resin printer for that, and you need a really good resin printer to print that. You're better off just going to a company and getting them. MechWarrior ripped off Robotech so hard. Funny thing about that, did you know that the creator of MechWarrior and Robotech were pretty much just a pair of people, and because of a disagreement that they had, they split the IP between each other, and they've constantly been in a battle with each other about it? Yeah, so that's a really, really, really interesting thing. I don't have any sources for that, so I could be wrong. And I'm fully aware that I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I do apologize for spreading misinformation. But I heard about this from a reliable source, and I just thought it was kind of funny because it was kind of just a business disagreement. Any novels out there about Sisters of Battle? Sisters of Battle Omnibus. Requiem Inferno, Celestine, Faith and Fire. There's a ton of them. I was mad when the Tau first came out because they had even reused a codex for an existing faction when they decided to make a new one, I guess. Thank you for answering all of my questions. Have a good night. Take care. The battle is what they made up the MechWarrior game, so... Okay. Let's see... Really, I mean, technically, ripping off things isn't our own domain to be mad about. I guess so. Did you see that the Deathcore Krieg got their own colors from Citadel? Yes, I did. I really like the little French officers. They're kind of cool. Thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Just finished DA Saturnine. And would love to hear your thoughts. Saturnine is a book I haven't read in a while, so I do apologize, but I know it's one of the top books of the Horus Heresy. I believe that's in the Horus Heresy. It might not be. Hey, wait, can you tell me if it is? But yeah, if I can recall Saturnine. Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank on it? Holy crap, do I actually have it? Let me check real quick. No, I don't. I have a few other Dark Angel books, but I don't have that one. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Favorite Diva skin? I actually have the skin from Hanzu Spark, because they're my favorite team. Sunderland is a Siege of Terror book with Urda. That's where I remember it from. Oh my god, I love that book. Yo, it is like the best thing ever. Yo, Urda is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters because she's the mother of all Primarchs. I love it. I actually do want to do a proper review of that book once I get a physical copy of it. Okay. Do you have a Twitch account for when you play games? Yes, just search my name on Twitch and you'll find me. Yo, I love Urda so much. The woman who scattered the Primarchs was, she was such a badass. God, I love her so much. If Warhammer 40k made a movie, what do you think it should be about? The Inquisition. The Inquisition or the Imperial Guard or any of the human factions. Sisters of Battle would be really cool. And just keep Space Marines as present in it. Like they make an appearance and they're really badass. But don't make it about them because Space Marines are uninteresting. As weird as that is to say. It was a 40k movie. It was terrible. We don't talk about that one. That's an audiobook with a bad PS2 adaptation. Add a drink. This sucks. So, how close are we to my goal? We're at 86 out of 100. We're so close to this. It is ridiculous. Sad Astartes noises. Well, I mean, if you're going to do a movie based on the Astartes, you actually have to do it about, like, a single Astartes, like Nathaniel Garrow. Agreed, Space Marines seem less human, so you can't resonate with them that much. Or you could do it about Gilliman. Gilliman would be a cool story. Like, him waking up and finding out everything, like, make it a political drama. Where he's still kicking ass in it. Like, you know, he still has his moments of absolutely dominating and beating the crap out of... I should just make a Dark Imperium. That would make a good book. That would make a good movie, I think. I just want a Tyranid nature documentary. Yes. I spelled the Sardi's wrong. Don't at me, nerds. It's okay. I knew what you meant. Their mindset is completely different. Their perceptions of life. So that was the case until Primaris came around. Primaris are not really psycho-indoctrinated. They still remember their youth and everything. More Space Marine personality is kill, not exactly a lot of poetic dialogue to mine there. Yeah, that's true. A new documentary would be a scene like Monty Python and the Holy Grail where, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. How many people do we have watching currently? This says 0, which is awesome, but it's 84. Okay. That's funny. That's really funny. Xenos documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman, please. Yes, please. Oh my god, yes. Yes, that would be great. That would be great. Oh my god, we're so close. Oh. I challenge you to do a Lilith Hexbrick's cosplay outfit. Oh my god, I want to. I actually bought the top just for that cosplay. Like, originally I bought that top, which is the cross top that you can see on my Instagram. I originally bought that just for a Dark Eldar cosplay, but I just need to find a place that I can 3D print the sword, and then, oh my god, I can't wait. I really want to do a Lilith Hexbrick's cosplay. The only thing is to make it actual, like, appropriate, I would have to do a loincloth, just because I don't want anyone seeing anything down there, and I would be going to conventions in it, so, you know, you have to make it child-friendly. But aside from that, it would have the bra, it would have the straps, it would have the sword and gun, or she uses 2 swords, I believe. The crazy hair would be the hardest part. I would have to find somebody who can create that, and then put all of this in a wig cap, which is very difficult, by the way. Thoughts of Lila possibly putting on pants. She looks at pants and goes, what are these for? That awkward moment when Alexis doesn't have enough hair. Right? I mean, before I cut my hair, I probably had, like, my hair went past my butt and I cut it just above my butt. But yeah. Hey Alexis, hello! Oh my god, how much are we away from? We're $4 away from my goal. That's crazy to think about. That is absolutely crazy to think about. I made a wig that big once. It was literally 10 wigs attached together. I love it. I love it. Oh, that could be fun. That could be fun. But I really want to do a Escher cosplay, because my whole idea is that I want to put this much hair in a mohawk. Like, not even joking, just an actual full mohawk. I think it would be terrific. All right, there we go. I had to fix my hair. But yeah, I do want to do some more cosplaying, but cosplaying is expensive. And I'm kind of, with COVID, I don't have enough money to get a lot of things done. So with the Escher cosplay, I got a special order, a yellow bra, which is going to be awkward as hell, and it has to be the same color yellow that I can buy the fabric for, because I have to make, like, the belts and the ribbons and the crazy camouflage pieces that are, well, not camouflage, the tiger stripes. Okay, what color scheme would you paint an IG that serves the Queen's Guard? Also, thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. It's actually just brown pants, it's brown underneath it, and then it's the vest is green. It's like a light green too. Also, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. This is great. This is actually helping me pay bills, which is incredible, to be honest. Holy crap. Here's to you, Alexis. Thank you for being a great asset to the community. Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying to be. I know I toss a lot of shade, and I do apologize. And I know I'm kind of like a garbage tier YouTuber, but still, I love you guys, and I just love sharing my passion with you guys. In your opinion, which Space Marine chapter would be most willing to comply with, to go completely hairless? Oof. Completely hairless. Completely hairless. Oh, that's an odd thing to think about. Probably, no, the Imperial Fist have hair. Possibly the Salamanders, but that's about it. Mostly because their skin gets all cracky and turns that onyx black, so it probably can't produce hair anymore. But yeah. Or Iron Hands, yeah. Not the Space Wolves, no, they love their hair. The Space Wolves are what happens when you just give power armor down to the Necromunda Undahives. Same crazy hairstyles. Alexis throws so much shade, calls herself the Shadow. Oh, that's actually good. Call her the Shadow in the Warp. I mean, I am the Norn Queen after all. Let's see. That makes sense. The Saitama clan. I love it. Would you do a Gilliman? Would you? Ultramarines would do it if Gilliman said to. I don't actually think they would. They actually do question Gilliman, which is a good thing. Because Gilliman does take their counsel to heart. So that's something to remember. Let's see. Let's see. Blood Angels would never do it. Yeah, they need their fabulous golden glowy hair. It's terrific. Okay. Let's see. We've been going on for over 2 hours. We still have 86 people watching, which is crazy to think about it. Codex Society says Buzzcut. I can believe it. That's funny. In 2 hours, wow. Right? It's kind of crazy. No, fam, we good. I could see Primaris Marines like talking to. Like, there was a meme about this where a Primaris Marine is talking to a baby Marine, and he's just like, "Yo, that was lit, fam," and the Space Marine's like, "What?" Well, it means it's like tight, yo. What is tight, brother? I don't understand. No, like the way you shot that Xenos, it was like straight up baller. What are you even talking about? Just a millennial talking to a boomer. I love it. Or Gen Z talking to a boomer. I love it. All Primaris speak like that, by the way. They're all millennials. And Gen Z. The Eldar it's crossed the river guy. I'm sorry. Older Marines crossing the Rubicon are the equivalent of how do you do, fellow kids? Primaris Zoomers. They beat the hell out of the Black Legion and then Fortnite dance on top. I am crying from that. Oh my god. I'm good. The Chaos Space Marines sit back. They tell Abaddon, what did they do? Well, you see, they shot Brother Nathaniel in the knee. He fell down. They shot him in the head, and then they started doing this weird dance on top of him. What? They shoot him, destroy the gene. They shoot him right in the neck to destroy the gene seed, teabag him, and then Fortnite dance on top of him, and then run away. Oh my god. The new Space Marine battle doctrine dictates that you are to... Oh, I can't... I can't. I'm just imagining, like, Gilliman stares at Abaddon, and Abaddon is just, like, looking at the one Fortnite dancing, looks over at Gilliman. Gilliman's like, I don't know, man. These new Marines are whack. Oh my god, my whole throat and lips, everything just dried up instantly. This sucks. Chat broke Alexis. Alexis broke before the chat. Chad Marines. I'm sorry. I know I normally hate memes, but the Chad Virgin Marines. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. No, I'm just imagining, like, Space Marine, Primaris Marine shoots a guy in the head, runs over to his body, Fortnite dances, dabs, and runs. It would be the best psychological warfare to see. Like, you just see Chaos Guardsmen, like, did they just, are they gonna do that to us? Is this a game to them? Oh. The freaking Phobos Marines had to make their shoulder pads smaller so that they can properly dab. Oh. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about that. Okay. I'm good. Primaris Marines doing that to take on me once. You just see them Naruto running towards them too. It's why they can start 9 inches away. It's because they Naruto run across the battlefield. Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to make my makeup run. It burns like hell when it gets into your eyes. Okay. Okay. Whew. A Raven Guard Naruto running while saying caca really loudly. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Okay. Any stratagem from now on that makes it so you can't overwatch a unit is now referred to as pay 1 command point and Naruto run. Oh my god. Oh. Stupid makeup. Wait, makeup falls into people's eyes? Yes. Yes it does, and it burns like hell. Have you ever put on eyeliner and then stabbed yourself in the eye? Whew. Burns really badly. I'm pretty sure I just made, like, everyone leave by talking about stupid memes. No, can't say I have. Are you sure? I can stab you in the eye if that'll make you feel better so you know the experience. Oh, nah, I stay here for the meme Marines. Oh, Hell the Queen. Yes. I have long eyelashes that fall into my eyes every day. Oh my god. No, that burns like hell. Although one of my favorite things is when I accidentally go under my eye with my eyeliner pencil and I accidentally hit my eyeball and I blink like 3 times and my eye turns black. And it's like the scariest thing you'll see for like 5 seconds. But it's so badass. Guess I'm not that bad compared to the makeup though. That's true. Like, you get what's his name? Conrad Kurz trying to torture somebody, and then you just see them like trying to put on their makeup and it hurts worse. Okay. Okay. I am gonna go because I need to get some dinner. I have pizza that's been sitting over there for like 20 minutes. I need to actually put all of this stuff away and all of my boxes that I took out for this video away. And yeah. I got nothing. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us on this adventure. I want to thank everybody who donated. You guys are really, really, really awesome. I want to say this right now. Russian Badger is the best 40K YouTuber ever, and he will always remain on top. And aside from that, I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and following the channel. Check out my Patreon. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.